All right, welcome back. Ben Alaiya joins us now, and Ben, it's good to have you this lovely Friday. We're also happy to have you. And as usual, there are a lot of issues to talk about.
Yeah.
A lot of issues.
Always a delight. Compliments to you, compliment to Sissy.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. But let's talk
compliment
about
to the entire house. I want to start with my dear State Edu that has won the hosting right for the 2020 National Sports Festival. Preparation has already started, and I say kudos to Governor Obaseki, to Right Honorable Comrade Shuaibu. Philip Shuaibu, fantastic character, and then the new chairperson or chairman of the Sports Commission, Dudu Godwin Orume, one of our kind. I think we are on the right track, and I think that we deliver the best festival ever.
Okay, let's wait 2020.
Okay.
2 years from now, less than.
Let me. There's a very contentious issue going on now. It's dividing opinion, and for us here, we're always trying to be careful so that it doesn't look like you're talking about
partisans.
Yes, the drama. I know you're one way or the other. We're gonna call you a stakeholder. You are emotionally invested in Bendel Insurance. But let's talk about this on ending drama about the NNL Super 8. What's your take? Let's try to be objective and forget about where we lean. But should we be in this mess?
No, we shouldn't. The rules were set at the beginning that there will be a Super 8 at the end of the season. But because of the circumstances that now surrounded the start of the league, the quick ending of the league and all that, which also made Lobby Stars, to be declared champions midway or thereabout towards the end. And they are playing in the Champions League now, so to speak. And so the stakeholders in the NNL also met. The real stakeholders.
The real
stakeholders, yes, also met and decided that, look, let's do all the 8 teams and let's go. The 8 top teams, let them go and play. What I think was rational and possible is to do the 8 teams. I'm not, the Super 8, no, I wouldn't do the Super 8 again. There's no time because the league is supposed to start
But the league is not starting, so that's the thing. So why not?
That is part of the problem.
I'm interested in your proposition.
My proposition is, what I think should be done is push the Super 8 all up, divide the league into 2, make it easier for them. Let there be a Northern Conference, as they do in basketball. Let there be a Southern Conference.
A 28-team league.
And then you now set the rules to say, at the end of the season, yes.
At the end of the season, 8 teams will be
go down. That's the
only solution.
That's the only solution. Otherwise, we are in a quandary.
NMC is actually saying they cannot manage 28 teams. That's where the problem is right now.
Who says they cannot?
You don't know their pockets, do you?
How much do they spend?
Because you need more match commissioners.
Don't forget that league is sponsored.
By
MPFL.
By
not
who?
NNL, MPFL.
By who?
I know, Ben.
It's
I know we're in a unique
sponsor right now.
They have.
Ben, I know we're in a unique situation. We're in a unique situation. But all of these things, looking at all of these things, that your proposition now, we even get us into more issues. Can you think of any other way out? Some people have even jokingly said maybe the LMC too, since you are not bulgy, you to demote 4 of your teams. And it's a lot. But you see, for me, that 28-team scenario cannot work.
28 divided by 2.
It should do. I mean,
that's what
it means we'll start using the format of the NNL for the top
14.
flight.
No. You have 114 in the north and 14 in the south.
Now the team says,
but you have more teams in the south.
I'm also interested in knowing what the rule book says.
The rule books were clear from
this is where I'm going. They've shifted it now. Okay, January 2. Some people say it's the face-saving agenda, but let's leave that. If those clubs don't show up again in January 2, what can anybody do?
They won't show up because a decision, they met the real stakeholders. I want to use that word. The real stakeholders met. And some of them are even threatening to withdraw from the NNL and withdraw their club side. People who put their money where their mouth is.
Let me ask you this question.
So we are in a deep quandary. And we must wake up to that reality and say, where do we go from here? Now, can we talk to ourselves, hold a meeting and say, okay, let's do it like this? Because the club sides in the NNL met and decided that all the 8 clubs should go. up. They should go up. It is their decision. And in fact, Bukola Olopade, Honorable Bukola Olopade, with due respect, resigned over the decision of the NFF or MPFL to say no. And he resigned. That's the first public official in a long time, apart from the former finance minister, to have resigned from his position.
No, outside
people are holding tight to their position.
But I'm saying,
it's going to continue like this.
Ben, what I'm saying, the point I'm trying to make is, I mean, Nigerian Football Federation is in charge of football in Nigeria, right? And you mean, what do I put it now?
Subsidiary.
Like a subsidiary cannot obey the rule if they order you to, okay, go do this. You say you cannot do this because this is what you've done. And even when the body NNL have agreed, okay, they want to play Super 8 and the teams are not coming up, don't you think there should be sanctions for these teams that refusing?
It is not the NNL that agreed. It is the administrative department. The NNL does not comprise only of the secretary and whoever.
But some teams were in Aba.
Three teams. Only three teams out of 8. Okay, how can you play NNL in that way? Meanwhile, you want to promote 4 teams. So what you are saying is ordinarily, if the rules are followed, yes, teams can be sanctioned if all of them were there, but they were not there. They said they will not come. They told the NNL and the NFF and the MPFL that they are not coming. Okay, and then something happened that you are trying to drag or draw a comparison. Now there was a time, if you recall, that FIFA were supposedly opposing top clubs in Europe. And the English FA said they are trying to, they will bring all the big clubs like Real Madrid and everybody, and they will form a parallel body. And they were going to do it until FIFA detracted and came back and said, we are sorry. And so at times you have to face them. They are not gods.
All right.
Okay, all right, let's leave it there.
Let's leave it there because we can go on and on. Let's quickly talk about our teams on the continent, their chances. One is playing on Saturday, one is playing on Sunday. And all of these issues are even tied to it. They're not getting game time. They're not well prepared. So Lobby Stars and Gor Mahia, CAF Champions League, Rangers, USM, Belabes in the CAF Confederation Cup. In a minute or two, which one has the better chance?
I think Rangers International versus the Algerian side had a better chance. With due respect to Lobby Stars and facing Gor Mahia. Gor Mahia, I heard their media man speak on radio, and it was threatening. And he says that they have a good, and they've always been very good on the continent. Give it to it. They've always been very good on the continent. So Lobby Stars are on slippery grounds. So they must wake up to that reality and try to play.
But is it doable?
It's doable. Okay. If they can score 2 goals unreplied, but Rangers, I think, is a winnable system. But again, the North African side are very tactical, so they must have to, also be careful. Even if it's only a goal, defend it to the end.
For Rangers, just a win.
CAF Confederations
in the CAF Confederation Cup, for Rangers, just a win.
Just a win. If they do well, perhaps we will have 2 teams back in the continent. If the 2 teams do well.
There's a lot resting on the shoulder of these 2 teams.
If they do well, Rangers won the ITO Cup fair and square. Lobby by default. So that is why they are seeing what they are seeing. Okay. But I hope they can, rescue themselves from the inferno that they are in now.
Okay. All right, welcome back. We're on the home stretch now. Let's take a look at games across Europe. Before we take a look at the papers, let's quickly see what's going to go down this weekend. Some games. Ben, let me run through this and your thoughts in a minute. But Wolves will take on Liverpool. Liverpool on top of the English Premier League. Cardiff City will take on Manchester United. You have Manchester City taking on Crystal Palace. Juventus taking on Roma. That's a classic. Milan taking on Fiorentina. Eintracht Frankfurt, JJ Okocha's former club, taking on Bayern Munich. Dortmund taking on Borussia Mönchengladbach. These are some of the fixtures in Europe. Anyone of this catch your fancy in a few seconds?
I think Wolves Liverpool will get me talking. In the Liverpool, very good, undefeated. I think that, again, they might just win and then they will take it. And then Juventus Roma's always a classic any day. And with Ronaldo, let's see how Roma will fare in this one. With Ronaldo now in the
full force
in the Juve squad, it's going to be very testy for Roma.
Okay.
But Roma has always been also very good.
All right.
In the league, and so those are the two games that get me talking.
Okay. All right. So let's go to the papers. Cecilia, where do we start?
Yeah, okay. Let me start with the complete sports here. In the doubtful for Chelsea clash, he had to train alone yesterday. The coach says he will have to, check him more to see if he's going to play that game. After that, almost 2 hours in the game against Manchester City, maybe taking a toll on him. Ronaldo's 7-year streak on the threat. So what's happening CR7? Well, 4 goals in the next 4 games. We'll see what's going to happen in this one. Palace confidence of actually resigning Moses. He should go there, right, to revive his career.
There's an African saying that if you don't know where you are going, at least you know where you're coming from.
Go back to where you are coming. In fact, not even know where you are coming. Go back to where you are coming from. At least you'll still know the road. I think that is a good one. If he goes back, you are sure that we will have regular games.
Playing time,
retrace his journey. Important. I will also advise him that if you come back to the Super Eagles, he's still young.
He's not playing games, so he shouldn't. When he start playing, he can think of coming back. But right now, he's not playing, so he can't come back now. Work on him. Really?
He made a statement by himself that he's no longer playing international football, and I think that may have also
affected his value
at Chelsea. And to say, why are you not playing international games again? At times they say he chooses games he wants to play, but I don't think so. I think he should come back, play international games, and then make yourself again very effective and normal in any club that you are playing for.
All right. The next we have Eagles end 2018 as 44th best, and Super Eagles clash March 26th. That's they're going to be facing Egypt March 26th. Okay. Sporting Life is next, and this one Joshua awarded will be a Prince Charles for service to sports.
You always get me talking.
Odengale leaves open. Okay. All right.
He's gotten an MBE before. Now he has an OBE. That is, member of British Empire. Now he has order of British Empire for a Nigerian born. Right. I'm so proud of him.
Okay. All right. Sporting Sun. That's the last paper we have for review. Eaglets draw Tanzania, Angola, and Uganda. And if you look at that top corner, you have Atletico Dango's 40 million euros at Chukwueze. Talk about those two in a few seconds. I just hope it's true, because the young man is fast rising, and the Eagles too, they know their opponents.
Well, it's amazing. If Atletico Madrid can actually put such an amount on a Nigerian player, then we are back again on the rising. Because, I recall that there was a time that we had the squad of 94 was largely made up of players who were playing in top leagues in Europe. You had players in Anderlecht, you had players in Go Ahead Eagles like Peter Rufai, you had players, Victoria Setúbal, fantastic player. Barcelona, Amunike was there, and a lot of them, and they were playing regularly. And so if it is going to happen, I'll be delighted. Right. For the Golden Eagles, now that they know their opponents, I think they should guard their loins and get ready for the challenge.
All right. Ben, I want to thank you for your time. It's always good having you with us. Hopefully we'll do this again next week.
Absolutely.
All right.
Then I hope to have my Christmas chicken and everything.
We'll talk about that off camera. All right. Thank you for allowing us to be a part of the day. We enjoyed this. You're going to see us again next week, but you can join us later tonight for Sports Tonight with Austin Okon, Akpan. Until then, I'm Yemi Adebaya. Over now.
And I'm Cecilia Mogbe. Thanks for watching.